Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into the new Killzone crossover weapons in Helldivers 2. Let's start with the assault rifle. On paper it looks promising with a generous 56 round magazine. But don't get your hopes up too high, the recoil is far from manageable, making sustained fire a real challenge, and don't get me started on the reload speed. It's as low as some support weapons. In short, it's like a Liberator with a wig. Now let's move on to the WASP. This weapon is a different story. It features two firing modes, burst and artillery. In burst mode, you can lock onto targets and fire micro missiles individually, delivering respectable damage with at least 5 penetration. The artillery mode though is where things get exciting. One missile shoots upwards and rapidly descends, unleashing a cascade of shrapnel proportional to the remaining missiles in the magazine. It's as destructive as it is fun to use. After this long premise and mini review, it's time for the stress test in solo level 10 conditions. I will also give you some tips and tricks during the mission on how to maximize their efficiency in battle, focusing on solo but also applicable in team. And there we go. Looks like we are landing near a Sif artillery, which is probably the most boring of the secondary objectives. And as for the build I'm using this time, I am sporting two sentries for crowd control, which are the machine gun and the Gatling sentry, the Eagle strafing ground, which is my favorite stratagem, and the orbital walking barrage for long-range sniping of the outposts. And yeah, now it's just the classic launch projectiles to go as fast as possible and load those. Looks like we are decently lucky by finding high yield explosives and normal explosives, at least. Sentries will come in handy when we need some cover, so they will not let any patrol to reach us. So I usually like to load the most powerful projectile first and then the other ones. So 2 high yield and 3 explosives, decent. Those will come in handy for the spaceships. And now it's the time to call in the WASP launcher, yeah, and the resupply. So WASP launcher is very good for locking on through fences and destructible objects. So you can do it. Of course you have to use the artillery mode or your micro missiles will just destroy the object. Yeah, looks like it did not kill the overseer. So the artillery mode does not kill the overseer if it is very high in the air. So I am trying to use the micro missile, but they are too far from here. So the micro missiles have a lot of problems hitting. It seems like the micro missiles lose the homing ability after a certain amount of meters. So it's better to use them at mid to mid-long range, but not very long range. At very long range, it is good to use the artillery mode. As for close quarters, as you can see here, if you use micro missiles, be very aware of your surroundings, because the micro missiles will usually just hit something near you and kill you. So keep that in mind. In fact, I usually just swap to artillery in these cases. Anyways, let's go to this Raptor now. I am using sentries to cover my advance and a orbital walking barrage. Come on, open the pod. Looks like lately the pods are not responding very much. Okay, it opened. So, Sif artillery on the spaceship, and that should be it for this outpost. As soon as the shot comes down. The explosive and the high yield explosives can pierce through the shield and one-shot the spaceships. You don't even need to remove the shield yourself. The most consistent way I have found, without wasting too many micro missiles for the overseers, is to launch 2 or 3 missiles. It usually kills them. Unless, of course, they are very far away, as I already said. So, all in all, the WASP launcher is very ammo angry, actually. It eats through a lot of ammo, but yeah, the artillery is very satisfying to watch. Looks like it is not locking. Okay, that's a lock-on. Trying to dial up the strafing run. Risky to die here. Okay, strafing run came in. Yeah, as for the assault rifle, we are using, of course, the STG, and it is better than expected, especially if you use an armor that has 30% recoil reduction. It has laser-like recoil, so you can focus fire, for example, the overseer's legs, which are one of the weakest spots. Yeah, the magazine is very generous with 56 projectiles. So anyways, as we already said, the cognitive disruptor has 4 blue generators you have to destroy. That was risky in my opinion. The artillery can and will kill you if it is too near, so keep that in mind. Do not launch the artillery if the enemy is coming near you very fast, because it has a light homing ability that will reach the enemy and kill you as well. Okay, so disruptor has been done. I'm leaving a strafing run to cover my escape. And a gas grenade as well. Nice. Let's go. Yeah, as you can see, the reload is stationary, so you are vulnerable between rocket volleys. Keep that in mind, so always find cover. Yeah, as you can see, 3 missiles is too much, 2 are sufficient, especially if the overseer is grounded, because of the missiles have a very large AoE, and in my opinion they have like 5 penetration, because they give you the red hit marker on the harvester's body, which is armor level 4, so it should be at least 5. I usually check with the WASP launcher if it locks on onto anything, because it will spot enemies even very far away from you, so that's very convenient if you want to snipe enemies from very far. And this is the perfect target for the walking barrage, as you can see. Perfect. They are most likely aligned. Maybe the last spaceship is not aligned to the walking barrage, so it might require us to destroy the last one, but let's check first. Okay, we are putting down the Gatling sentry to deal with this horde of zombies, or boatless, or whatever you want to call those. Okay, we are using again the Sea Artillery. Perfect shot. That's gonna be a kill as well. Also, yeah, if you have an elevated point of view, like for example this, you can basically lock on to everything on site if there is anything, and that is very convenient if you have the, for example, sniper rifle or the WASP launcher. So I have found that to use this support weapon effectively, the close quarters, or not even close quarters, like medium range fights where there is a lot of obstacles between you and your enemy, it is always wise to use the artillery, of course, because the micro missiles will stumble onto obstacles and won't do much. Use the artillery. If you have, however, if you have a clear line of sight, the micro missiles are always the better choice. Abusing the gas grenades to stop their entrance there. I think there is an overseer that is swinging his spear randomly, so yeah. I still hear that, but I cannot track. Okay, and the artillery did not even kill him, so he will keep swinging. Okay, so we are abusing the obstacles to grant us a favorable angle for attacking, as you can see. Yeah, jetpack overseers are very annoying. Also, yeah, the scope is basically non-existent of the of the assault rifle, so keep that in mind. It is basically just better to aim in third person. Yeah, this is gonna go, yeah, with a lot of kills. And we end up the suffering of this overseer that is winging to the wall right from like, I don't know, 1 hour, so... Okay, let's finish this objective. Very easy. Also, I am seeing that the Illuminates are actually reaching for Meridia, so yeah. My take on it is that they are trying to call for their reinforcements through the Meridia black hole, and hopefully we are going to see the rest of the Illuminate army, like I said in the last video I did, and that was about the Obelisk Sniper Council members. Illusionists are well. Yeah, it was about to call in. That overseer is very high in the air. It's trying to go into space orbit, but... And he's even attacking us. Look at that fucker, really. Okay, luckily for us. And the walking barrage did the work for us. Perfect. Walking barrage is my favorite long-range stratagem, while the strafing run is my favorite short-range one. Those two are really, really strong. So if I recall correctly from our scan at the start of the mission, there should be on the southwest there, yeah, there is a sand site, yeah. That's very obvious spot. Let's go there. It is a pity that we are not finding any vehicle here, unfortunately, but yeah, it is what it is. I have brought 2 crowd control sentries because of this mission requires us to evacuate civilians, so it basically forces us to stay near a terminal, or as you call it, oh, super credits, that's very nice. Yeah, only 10, but I take it, that's good. And I was saying the 2 crowd control sentries because of we have to stay near, stand still near a zone, so yeah. Anyways, as you can see, the Gatling is cutting through the horde very easily, trying to gain the high ground here for some artillery shots. You can use the city at your advantage here with this missile launcher. It is very, very good. So the sentries are dealing with the hordes while you can easily snipe the overseers without even giving them a chance to retaliate. By the way, we did not find yet an harvester, but I tell you in advance that the micro missiles, yes, the micro missiles have penetration 5, but they do little to no damage to the body. You need like 5 volleys to kill the body, but if you're lucky enough, the missiles will hit the legs, and if they hit the leg joint, even a single volley can work, so keep that in mind. A good strategy if you are alone is to use a sentry to lure the attention of the harvester so that it shows the joint to you instead of its high, and that's the time where you have to launch or your micro missile volley to hit the joint. If you're lucky enough, it is a one shot. Okay, so we are calling in the SAM site. Yeah, with the blizzard, they looks like they are not seeing us. Nice. So another SAM site is missing and the primary objective as well. So the main idea here is to not complete the primary objective before killing the outpost and the secondary objective. So keep that in mind. It would be best to just leave, for example, 1 or 2 civilians left to evacuate, go to the outpost and then come back. That should be the best idea. I am seeing, yeah, I saw the overseer and it's dead. Those missiles have a very, very large AoE, so I saw through the map that there is a horde coming, so just call in a sentry for extra security. So I've called in the resupply. I'm gonna show you what is my idea here. Yeah, I'm just bombarding them with gas grenades. And I'm waiting for the resupply to send more grenades as well, and then we can enter without worrying too much of counterfire. This strategy works very well with automatons, especially the commissars that will call in the reinforcements on the spot. If you gas them from a blind spot, they will have a lot of difficulties calling for reinforcements. Okay, so let's go to the terminal right now. There should be another zombie here, if I recall. Yeah, usually there's always an enemy near the civilian exit there. And yeah, look at that. Nice flight from the overseer. Oh, there's another zombie actually. Easy kill. I saw that a patrol has spawned, so yeah. I'm launching directly the walking barrage, hoping to do a lot of damage and possibly clearing the entire patrol. Meanwhile, yeah, let's call in more civilians. Always keep in mind we are not completing this yet. Always remember to remove the shields, of course. Trying a full volley, but it is, yeah, it is in front of us, so the missiles hit the high, so that's not a kill. Yeah, use always indestructible objects as cover. The laser beam is almost one shot. Wow, that was lucky. And he died. Nice. Looks like some micro missiles hit the leg joint. Anyways, let's put in more sentries for extra security and call in more guys. Yeah, keep an eye on the sentries. Yeah, putting a sentry there because they like to spawn near there, so. Perfect. We denied the spaceship drops and we can continue to call in the civilians. I hope we win this major order so we can get this WASP launcher as a stratagem. I find it to be very tactical and very useful in a variety of situations, and I can imagine it being very good against automatons. Probably not that great against Terminids, but worth a try on Terminids as well. Anyways, let's keep going. We are 11 on 30. The Gatling there is very menacing. Honestly, I am afraid as well that it might snap and and kill me. Let's go. 14:30. Another 3 guys. 15:30. 17, so 3 more, we are at 20. Again, place all the sentries as fast as possible. You have to deny them very early. Overseer down. Let the machine guns do the work. And yeah, not gonna lie, I failed sometimes because I was killing myself a lot of times with the WASP launcher, so it requires a bit of practice to recognize the situation to use one or another. This is basically just a portable ICBM. That was very fun to see. Just an artillery shot directly on an L-bomb. Very good. Looks like it is getting a bit too crowded. We have a lot of patrols, overseers, and an harvester, and we are like 26:30. So we are calling the last 3 guys, and we are going to complete the other secondary objective plus the outpost. And we also did the Illuminate overseers objective. We are not engaging that harvester yet. Let's go complete the rest of the mission first. Then we have just to call in another last civilian. As you can see, I'm nervously looking back because the harvester has a very long range and it can easily roast your ass, as you can see. Trying always to put some cover between me and the harvester, and okay, we're in. Yeah, there's an horde of Voltless, but not worried, honestly. And the probe is coming in. Also beware that those probes, actually when they die, they deal a lot of explosive damage. Don't be near them when you kill, because yeah, that explosion seems very small, but it is a one shot. Beware of that. Yeah, our machine gun is doing all the heavy lifting for us. trying to see if I can snipe more overseers on the SAM site, but looks like I need a higher ground or a better angle of engagement. And walking barrage on the outpost while I am doing this SAM site. Oh, I thought I had the assault rifle. That was my mistake, but yeah. Let's see how much can the walking barrage do. Hopefully it will clean the entire outpost by itself, but my launch was a blind one. I did not actually launch to align the spaceship, so I doubt the walking barrage could do the entire work for us, unfortunately. Let's go check in what spaceship has survived the walking barrage. Also, by the way, you cannot use the WASP launcher on the spaceships. Even if you can actually lock on the spaceships, it simply lacks the demolition force necessary to destroy the spaceships. I don't think you can, unless you're very lucky, I don't think you can put one micro missile directly into the latch door. That would be a very lucky shot. I never tried it actually, so it might be possible, but never did it. So let's go back for the last civilian and then extraction battle. Yeah, the lack of a jeep here is very painful. You have to walk the entire map. Also, this snowy planet looks like to be very big compared to the very first planet they were trying to invade. So you have to walk a lot more. And that looks like a big boatless patrol. Checking immediately if there are overseers, but as you can see, nothing locks on, so there are only boatless. Okay, let's call in the last civilians. Just in case, resupply. I hear on my left a patrol, so I have to be fast, but only one civilian is left, so yeah, nice. Time for extraction. So as you can see, the Illuminates right now are very susceptible on the hit and run tactics. They simply cannot keep up on your speed. They cannot keep up with your firepower, so they need their reinforcements. I know I might sound repetitive, even from my last video was telling that, but yeah, they simply need the extra army. Another good idea, if you don't know what you will encounter on the extraction, is to let a probe or a commissar or a terminate, whatever terminate, let him call the reinforcements far away from the extraction, so at least you can gain control of the extraction first without many problems. So I have to find, if I can, I have to find one of their probes and let it call the... yeah, nice. I just let it spot me and call the reinforcements. Then I'll just go away very fast. And that's it. Reinforcements are coming in. I simply just escape. So they are on a cooldown timer with the reinforcements, while we can easily gain control of the extraction without many problems. Let's go. Also, these SAM sites will destroy the reinforcements very easily. Taking some ammo here, and let's try to climb this mountain. Yeah, we are easy prey for the overseers. We need some sentries to help us. Yeah, we're using the diagonal method to climb it up. Okay, perfect. Let's call in reinforcements. Sorry, let's call in the Pelican, I mean. Yeah, that's an harvester. That can be a problem, so switching immediately to micro missiles. Yeah, that is on his side, and as you can see, that was a one shot. Yeah, if the harvester is on its side, there is a high chance that multiple micro missiles will hit the leg joint, and as you can see, that was basically one shot, a one volley shot if we want to be precise. Again, use artillery if there are obstacles in front of you, so you can avoid dying. And we should place ourselves here to deny the spawns on the edge of the map, because they can spawn in on the range of 75 meters from you. So if you are near the edge of the map, they cannot spawn in. Just a bunch of boltless here. Yeah, the reload is very slow of this assault rifle, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it is what it is. Nice, nice. It is very, very satisfying to watch the artillery mode just denying entire entire patrols. Yeah, the sound is very good actually. I like the sound the missile makes when it starts, and also the micro missiles as well. Yeah, some samples, but they are useless. It's just habits from the past. Until they release new ship models, they are used. We cannot even donate those to the space station. They deactivated it due to the community raging on the orbital bombardment. I still think the Eagle Storm was decent, not very strong, but decent. However, the orbital bombardment was one of the most random things I have ever seen. So yeah, it has been a good choice to deactivate it. The output space optimization booster was the only good thing, but not worth it in my opinion to just bring the space station for only that. That for me is not a game changer. It's just a nice bonus to have. So 20 seconds, we're almost there. Yeah, we're gonna make a snowball. Imagine now if I launch this snowball to the Pelican and it explodes. Yeah, I wonder what it was aiming at, but yeah. There we go, guys. And also please check my other video about the hit and run tactics, it is very good. And thanks for staying with me, and see ya on the next video. Bye bye.